Good day, ma'am. Philippine History Arts. Theater. The rituals of indigenous Filipinos tried alongside with the grandeur of religious positions. In the second half of 19th century, the theater became famous and proliferated in Manila. The theater featured musical dramas, short plays, and musical magic shows, just to name a few. So, ang theater kuno ning lambo or ning laganap pag second half sa 19th century. Kanang na-featured ni siya gamit ang musical dramas, short plays, and magic shows. Example, zarzuela or zarzuela is a Spanish traditional form of musical comedy. It is a short opera or an operetta that features singing and dancing with dialogue to stage the story through a song. So, ang zarzuela kuno, it's usa ka Spanish nga traditional form of musical comedy. Kanang usa ni siya ka short opera or an operetta gamit og singing and dancing with dialogue. Temujin Silagan and Severino Reyes were the most popular playwrights during the Spanish period due to their written zarzuelas in Tagalog. Walang Sugat is the most famous zarzuela written by Severino Reyes. So, ang most popular do nga kanang zarzuela written ni Severino Reyes is ang Walang Sugat. Din ang ka Hermogene Silagan is ang Dalagang Bukid. On the other hand, the most distinguished and favorite leading actress is Honorata Atang de la Rama, who is also awarded as a national artist for theater and music. She is a singer and performer of Budabil, who became the first Filipina film actress. So siya kung first singer and performer sa Budabil. So ang Budabil is a popular genre of entertainment in the Philippines from the 1910s and until the mid-1960s. Commedia performances became famous during this period. It's a play in verse with dramatized events that involves royalties and monarchies in the kingdoms of Europe, Africa, and Middle East. There are two types of commedia. The first is Commedia di Santo, or religious celebrations. That is the center in the life of Jesus or any saint that is usually performed during church celebrations. So, ang Commedia di Santo or religious celebrations kay centered sa life of Jesus or any saints that is usually performed during church celebrations. Then ang secular comedy or the non-religious play, muna opposite na po na sila, non-religious po na. The Moro Moro is the most popular secular comedy wherein the story revolves on the love story of Christian's hero and Islamic heroine or vice versa. Sinapulo is also a popular performance that emerged during the Spanish colonial period. It is a passion play and the narrative was selected entirely from the biblical story of the Christ's passion and death on the cross. It is usually performed on a makeshift stage in the streets during the Holy Week. So sa Spanish sa tuwa, ang sinakulo is the Bible. Kaya itong i-perform na to kung kanang kalagkala o simasanta ba kanang salida ikon ito sa salida bito mo na the Bible but ito sa ila mo na gitawag og sinapulo. Film and cinema. Salon de Partera, named after the Spaniard Partera, was established in March 1896 and became the first movie theater house in the Philippines. So si Salon de Partera, found in Escolta, Manila, Sultan Manila was the first movie theater house in the Philippines, established in March 1896. It was in January of the following year that the first foreign movie titled An Home Out Chepao, Man with a Hat, Unisin de Danse Hapunais, scene from the Japanese dance, then Les Boxers, the Boxers, and La Place de l'Opera, the place of the opera. So mo ni The Man with the Hat, yan ang mo ni ang Unisin de Danse Hapunais, scene from the Japanese dance, then mo ni ang Les Boxers, the Boxers, and La Place de l'Opera, the place of the opera, were shown. All of them are silent films with subtitles and piano or orchestra music accompaniment. So kanino tanan silent films ay sila nga with subtitles and piano or orchestra. Kasi na. Architecture. Part of the plan of the Spaniards to hasten colonization was to bring the native Filipinos closer to Catholicism through the use of a plaza complex where all roads led to one, the church and the municipio. So mo ni plaza complex. The major structures built during this period were used with adobe, limestones, or bricks, and constructed with a massive buttresses in order to make the structures more resistant to earthquakes. So ang adobe, prehistoric sun-dried brick construction. Din ang limestone bricks. Bricks are the smaller of the two and are coarse, so they can be used just like normal bricks. Din ang buttresses, structure built to support or reinforce the height of a masonry wall. Accommodation of both Filipino and Western elements resulted in a style that these are historians refer to the Philippines Baroque or Tropical Baroque. Example of this is the Santo Tomas de Valera Church, Miagao, Iloilo. Mone ang Santo Tomas de Villanueva Church in Miagao, Iloilo. The dwellings of ancient Filipinos also went through drastic additions. The bahay kubo that is usually made of bamboos and palm leaves continued. Wala ang bahay kubo. Then, to be seen, but the bahay na bato with materials or stone and wood began to be seen in some of the in the towns in Taal, Batangas, Carcar, Cebu, and Binondo, Manila. A lot of ancestral houses still remain standing. So mo pa na yung bahay na bato. American colonial legacy. After claiming independence in the 1896 revolution, it didn't take long before the Philippines was colonized again by the Americans. The American colonial government declared war against the people, resulting in the death of many Filipino civilians and government officials. So, dili na kuno dugay nga na sana independence ta na independence gisak dili ko wala ko nagdugay gisakop na balik sa mga Amerikano. Mo to ang mga American i-declare of war against the Filipinos. So mo to nakaangin nga daghang mga Pilipino nga namatay o mga government officials. The new policies the Americans implemented in the Philippines ensured another dynamic change in the lives of Filipinos. It became a period of experimentations and explorations of new media techniques, styles, forms and expressions and concept of Filipino artists. Painting. The religious themes were replaced by landscape, still life, and themes that show the beauty of the land. Examples. Fabian de la Rosa was the first recognized painter 20th century. He is the most renowned and considered the brightest name in a painting during the first quarter of the 19th century. He is also mentor of uncle of another famous painter, Fernando Amorsolo. Fernando Amorsolo is the best known of his unity landscape paintings, and his works are characterized by bright colors and character of the country, magnificent sunlight. He is also the first awardee of the National Artist Award. Additionally, Amorsolo was also one who designed the logo of Ginebra San Miguel, which depicts Saint Michael defeating the devil. Muna yung ilang gigkaan. Na makita ito nga ang si San Miguel, si Saint Michael ilang gigkaan ang devil. Wala gigkaan sa niya. The owner of the beverage company, Don Enrique Zobel, who was also known as an avid patron of the arts, was so impressed by the work of Amorsolo that he sent him to study in Academia de San Fernando in Madrid, Spain, to improve his skills and knowledge in the arts. Amorsolo and De La Rosa were considered the masters of genre painting who dominated the first half of the 19th century. He served as an important link in the development of art from academicism to modern art. Culture. During the American colonial period, sculptures were often symbolic and represent historical events in the Philippines. Filipino artists experimented with different new media such as fiberglass, aluminum, plastic, stainless steel, etc. So during the American colonial period, ang ilang sculpture ang gihimo gagamit og symbol and represent historical events sa Pilipinas. Sculptors are also continued producing works for civic and religious structures in their workshop. So mga sculptors continue na sila produce ilang works for civic and religious. Example, Guillermo Tolentino was the counterpart of Amorsolo in the field of sculpture. He is considered the father of Philippine sculptures because of his excellent and important works such as the Bonifacio Monument, symbolizing the cry of Filipinos for freedom, and the Oblation, the University of the Philippines, symbolizing the selfless offering of oneself to his country. Si Guillermo Tolentino is considered as father of Philippine sculpture because of his excellent and important works such as Bonifacio Monument of Oblation. So muna yung sculpt. So that's all. Thank you.